Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the newest installment of Fireside Chats. This week we will be following the same schedule as the past 2 weeks, and I have a little bit more prepared than I did last week, which is really good. Because last week, here's a little surprise, I had nothing prepared. But this week, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about clothes again. We're going to be talking about a TV show. We're going to be talking about a couple books, actually. And much more to come as soon as I figure out what it is. So, in the background today, we've got some heroic sundial gameplay from Destiny 2. And funny story, I did have a whole nother adventure planned for today's episode, but I forgot to click the record button. And so yeah, all of what I thought was about like 20 minutes of content was lost in the void because I never actually made it content. So, with that being said, I hope everyone enjoys the tunes. We got some nice coffee shop jazz today. Big sucker for coffee shop jazz.
Alright, so first on the docket, we've got a book review. And this book is called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. And I got it over the summer in about July, I'm pretty sure. And I was just at Barnes & Noble. I like reading. Reading's fun. I wish I could do it more, but I definitely just don't. And I was in a mood. I was like, you know what? Let's get some nonfiction books that will better myself. And boy howdy, did I get a nonfiction book, because this is a damn good nonfiction book. What it's about is going with your gut and how thinking about decisions, like long-term decisions, whether or not to, I don't know, move to California or join the military, thinking about those decisions for an extended period of time can be worse for you than going with your gut instinct on these decisions. And that's not the only thing that this book ventures into, but it's the main highlight for the most part. And the author, Malcolm Gladwell, goes through these decisions, giving a new story for each decision. And two of these stories really stuck with me. One was about this thing called the Millennium Challenge, and it was a military excursion simulation, rather. And it was two teams, red team and blue team. Red team had a bunch of data analysts who went inside the Pentagon's history reports and decided whether or not strategies were effective for wartime measures and battles. While another team, blue team, had a very successful military man. I don't remember what his rankings were, but his name is Paul Van Riper, and they were given 48 hours, I believe, to prep for this simulation, if you will. And at the end of these 48 hours, they go to battle, the simulated battle. And the data analysts thought they had it down pat. They knew all of his previous movements, all of the previous strategies that have been used in the area or the setting of the battlefield that they were simulating on. They thought they had it in the bag. And Van Riper, he, instead of researching and preparing, he did the minimal effort. He did basic training with he gave his team basic training and just went from there. The simulation began, and Van Riper's team demolished Red Team. And this was because, or so Gladwell says, is because Van Riper went with his gut decision for the biggest and most important actions of the battle, while the other team had to focus on and research, spend time into making these decisions that hurt them in the long run. The second story that really stuck with me was about this scientist who, in his studies, and I'm pretty sure it was another person, I can't remember their names, but they studied couples, and they studied their facial expressions in their their conversations. And they were asked to have a conversation over their most disagreed upon topic in the relationship. And he recorded them for 30 seconds, and then he let the conversation ensue past the 30 seconds. Or it was 5 minutes. 5 minutes he recorded them for. And with those 5 minutes of recording, he was able to predict whether or not that couple would be together in the next 5 years with I want to say that it was a 94 success rate with a decent amount of data, so it wasn't just dumb fucking luck. And by using his knowledge of facial expressions and the science behind these expressions and the tone of voice in the conversation, just being able to figure out and predict how these couples interact with each other and how they will interact with each other in the future is so impressive to me, and it intrigues me so much. And that is why that I really love Blink. Another reason why I really love Blink is that it was actually an ACT prompt. That was pretty funny. But yeah, me and my friends had a good laugh over that. So that was my review of Blink. I hope you pick it up. I really enjoyed it. See you in the next topic. The next topic is clothing. It's a tiny topic this week, but it's a topic that I feel is a very relatable topic, or either a not relatable topic at all. But you ever just have that one color that you can't get yourself to wear? That's navy for me. I cannot wear navy. I hate the color navy. But apparently, that's the only color shirt that anybody decides to get me as a gift for anything. And I still don't wear it. I like to wear black. Everybody looks good in black. It makes you look skinny, and it just makes everything look good about your body when you're in black. And navy is just so close to black, but it's not. And the blue part of the navy just throws me off. I don't like the subtle blue, and I feel like the subtle blue would honestly distract me if I wear it. And it would make people appreciate black less if I wore the navy, I guess. I feel like if I it's almost like I'm cheating on the black with the navy. And I don't think that's right. But one of my favorite colors, red, I look awful in, and it pisses me off. Like, I wish that I could rock, like, some red pants. Just kidding. I would never wear red pants. But, like, even, like, a red t-shirt, I just don't look good in red to the point where I don't think that it is worth wearing. And I wish, like, the only, like, red thing that I have right now that I could wear is a red hat. And honestly, that's all I need. I just need to find some clothes that match my red hat. And bada bing, bada boom, there we go. So, that little sidebar of clothing over. Let's go to the school topic, because I think we got a lot of stuff for the school topic this week. Alright, so I am actually recording this part of the video after I just wrote an essay for my English class. And as you can tell, I am very drained from this essay, and this video comes out in about 16 hours from now. So, or no, 18 hours. 18 hours from now. So homie's gotta crank this out. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but at this point, we're at 10 minutes, I believe. 10 minutes-ish. Yeah, 10 and a half. And we're just keeping on chugging along. Anyway, so I'm writing an essay on the book Clockwork Orange, and I really enjoy the book so far. And each week you have a different role for these essays, and this week is my connector role. And this is when you need to go into another book, How to Read Literature Like a Pro by Thomas Foster. It sucks, I hate the book. And connect what he says in entangling themes and topics and subjects and just activities in general to something that happened in your book. I talked about questing, and the thing about a quest apparently is that it can be anything. So I made it a trip to the library where the main character is trying to figure out how to kill himself. Seems easy. Or not. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. It really doesn't seem easy. It seems kind of awful, and it was kind of awful. But I enjoy the book, so I'm just gonna shut up and accept the fact that it was indeed awful. Another thing about school this week is on my gym class. It's pretty dope. What we do is we go just into the woods and we just build a society. And me and about 13 other people, we built Hobotown. And Hobotown is a goddamn masterpiece. If anything else. No. I'm trying to say that it could be more, it is more than a masterpiece, but I don't know how to say that. But anyway, we just made a bunch of shelters from stuff that we found in the wood, and it's instead of Hobotown, it could be called Homieville, because we're all homies there. And it's so dope. And I look forward to that class every day, just to have the chance to be outside with my homies, chilling in a goddamn teepee that we built ourselves in a town that didn't exist there 3 weeks ago. That's just super dope to me. And the final thing about school is my anatomy class. Anatomy class, kind of dope. Everything's kind of dope right now, not gonna lie. And we're dissecting a cow eye tomorrow. And I gotta tell you, kind of pumped to dissect the cow eye. Because everybody's got 2 eyes, and this cow is dead, and we took one of his eyes. But yeah, I love that dissection stuff. Super dope. Really like it. Yeah. And now we're going to the most anticipated spot of the week. Just kidding. Most anticipated spot of the week comes after this spot, the movie spot. The movie spot. I watched A Marriage Story with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. It's on Netflix, and it is it's a very good movie. I have never been that emotionally drawn into a movie before, and boy howdy, did that shit get me. There were points where I felt like I was part of the family that was falling apart at the seams. And it was tense, and excuse me, and the tensity just made it such a good movie, and it was so well acted, and I was at the edge of my seat while watching it. So if you haven't seen it, I'd watch Marriage Story. It's on Netflix. It's pretty fucking good. So now is the most anticipated time of the week, the salsa talk. So, this past week for salsa, I didn't do anything. I went to Michigan. I can't make salsa in Michigan because I wouldn't eat it, and it would just go to waste in my grandma's house, which sucks. because Salsa Saturday is basically a cult at this point, I think. I posted about Salsa Saturday being canceled this past week on my Snapchat story, because I gotta let the homies know that Salsa Saturday is it's taking a break for a week. I really didn't want to do this. I love Salsa Saturday just as much as the next guy, but holy crap, a lot of people were upset by it. A lot of people had their hearts ripped out of their chest. And if you're listening or watching to this right now, I hope that I can do something for you that will cure your hole in your heart of the salsa, because I missed it too. I really did. And another thing that kind of sucks is I barely had any coffee this week. I had about 2 cups in total, and it was really good. I gotta tell you, it was really good. But I've been cutting down the amount of coffee that I have in the morning. Excuse me. I have a shit ton of water in the morning to kickstart my metabolism, so I'm ready to go for the day. So excuse me while I take a sip of water. Alright, now that we are hydrated and our throats are lubed, let's just keep on going with the coffee talks. Just kidding, there's not really much else to say, is that I miss coffee, and I still love you, coffee. Don't think that I'm cheating on you. And King's Coast, not an ad, is launching an espresso blend on January 31st. And if anyone wants to get into espresso making, get this blend. So, this week, I feel like it's been a good week. It's been a real solid week, and it's cruised along pretty nicely. This recording went over pretty well. I still, excuse me, I still think that there's plenty of room to grow for this series and this channel in general, and I'm looking forward to the future a lot. And as it comes to a close, this episode that is, I would like to ask everybody, with my humble heart, to leave a like on the video and hit subscribe for me, because I'm dying of hiccups, and it's free, so why not? So, I'll see you on the flip side. Deuces.